the nature of me trying to connect with Jack Kirby's work through my style is sort of like trying to find that middle ground between slavish realism, which would be me, and abstraction, which is Jack Kirby, and thinking that there's a middle ground that can be achieved. That, like, if you're going to adapt his works into any other media, particularly with live actors or animation, that there's a way to capture what it is Jack was doing without necessarily losing a lot of the contours and the overall physicality of it. And since I'm somewhat obsessed, more even as I've gotten older, as opposed to just connecting with a youthful kind of inspiration, I've become even more of a fan of Jack Kirby's work the longer the years carry on. And I've wanted to try and connect with that in my work, but also I'd like to see it in the other work that happens with these properties that he created, going out there to the world, so that the world sees the version of this thing that he envisioned. And I've tried to be an interpreter of that to some degree with what I think would most approximate his physicality. Yeah, the FF was the greatest comic from the 1960s. Now, there's a lot of great comics from that period. The really great run of Spider-Man between Steve Ditko and John Romita is one of those benchmarks of history, and a lot of other examples to fall to. But Kirby's time working on the FF has been considered one of the greatest periods of comic book storytelling, in part because the art was so excellent, and also the creativity within the book would continue to introduce new characters, concepts that we're still working with and making movies about to this day, all coming from just the seat of the pants of the guy sitting there at the drawing board trying to come up with the next thing to fill the next storyline.